Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Ignite Your Soul Merging Two Worlds. So I'm at the park and I just wanted to do an energy check in and see where everybody's vibing today. Because as I am a master intuitive psychic medium energy healer, and very empathic and hold so much compassion for the collective. Um, I just wanted to know if that is you. I don't know who this video is for today, but if you have been, really in your emotions lately and not knowing what's going on. We just had a full moon in Gemini, um, which Geminis are air signs. All right. So you could be really getting balanced mentally and emotionally, feeling um, a lot going on collectively. However, I'm a super empath and I hold so much compassion and unconditional love for you, collective, as I have to do and I get to do for myself, being that I get to take time for myself and take a step back and not take life so seriously. Um, really shut down the TV, don't watch the news because you're going to see a lot of fear based energy there. It's going to bring your vibration down, it's going to put you in a state of worry and anxiety and stress. Um, I seen some stuff on the news the other day. Just happened to be at my sister's, and it said something about the AI programming. Is it going to end humanity? Hell no. All right, it's not. It's just a fear based program that happened to show up on the news. Don't fall for it. If anybody's going to end humanity, it's going to be us. It's going to be us as a collective, not knowing who we truly are, having this identity crisis. And it's not knowing that you have a choice to choose not to turn on the news, not to feed into the fear, but help raise the vibration for Gaia, for the animals, you know, because we're all struggling. We're all struggling. Even me as an empath, a very high soul collective, I can't even explain right now all the things that I hear. And I'll just start with my own family as far as scarcity and lack mindset. All I hear is, I'm not rich, but I'm doing what I got to do. You're not doing what you got to do. You're doing what you get to do, to use that available vibration and law of attraction and focused energy on how you want to create abundance and prosperity, whether that's in your love life, whether that's in, your work, or you want a career. You can see where you're vibrating. I can see clearly every day where I'm vibrating. And when I'm around people like this, being so compassionate and empathetic, I can't have sympathy for you. I can only be have empathy for you because I was there too. And I got myself out of that scarcity mindset. Like I heard from a family member that has a business, right? And he's been great for communities, and he has a tree service. And I'm hearing him say, nobody wants to do anything because they don't have any money. They're afraid to spend their money. Money is energy. It is a limited belief, people, that you are broke, that you do not have enough, or you are not enough, or you can't have love, or you're not lovable. All right? I've been through it all. Um, it was my double mission. Okay. I had to go through the experience, and I'll let you know, it was not easy. But however, it was not in vain. It was not in vain. I'm here to tell my story. I'm here to be vulnerable with the collective and say, what the fuck? And if you don't resonate to me swearing, that's too bad, because that's where I'm at. My vibration is, it's up, it's down, because where there's a high, there has to be a low. But you are the creator of whether you are high or you are low, right? If you're vibrating high or if you're low, if you're a part of the problem or if you're part of the solution. So you get to choose. I'm giving you this information because it was given to me to know the kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of earth. I see the future. I know the future. I've got glimpses of what has to change for us to have our own peace, our own heaven on earth. And I don't mean having control of the world. We have no control over the world, just in general speaking. We have these limited beliefs saying that, if we vote, we can change things. Maybe a little bit. But independently speaking, I'm going independent. It's not that I don't want to know about uh I really don't know, okay? When it comes to governmental things, I pray and I send it peace, and I send it out of grace and integrity of the divine's will for all. Okay, not just for me. I pray for all that is. And everything is energy. So we need to do a vibe check today. We need to figure out what the hell, why ain't things working out for me? Why is everything falling apart in my life? Okay. Really important. And that's what I do. So what would it be worth to you? What would it be worth to you to know that you have a choice to choose to be a part of the solution? And I don't even like to say heal your life, okay? It's just become aware of where you're at in your life, because we're all here first and foremost as a spirit, and we incarnated into a physical body to have this experience as well. We knew we would have challenges, and that was because we needed growth spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. Okay. And a lot of us were very unaware. Our parents were unaware. There's no one to blame. Don't even blame the government, because they're right where they need to be for our resources. Um, like Source says, you don't need the police in spirit. You don't need the police in the spirit realm. All right. So spiritual intelligence is first. And then when you align your spiritual intelligence and open to your own creation, you're going to feel where you're out of line in your own life. And you're accountable. Nobody else is accountable. You can't turn the finger and point it at somebody else. When my life was fucked up, I was accountable. I was, because I was unaware of this energy body, mental energy body. I believed that I was broken. I believed I was so effed up. I was bipolar, had a chemical imbalance. Yeah, you're right. You're damn right. I did. And it was because I was unaware of the habitual ways of thinking that my mind now heals my body. Okay? My mind heals me. When I change my thoughts, I change my life. All right? So it's not just habitual ways of thinking, it's the habits, the patterns that have repeatedly destroyed families. Okay. And another thing that I just recently learned on this such a long journey of healing, true healing of my own mind and my heart, because I believed that I was separate from Source, from the all that is. And it's not true. I learned that I can just call in at any moment the assistance because I choose to have empathy, not sympathy. If I sympathize with any of you, if you ever work with me or if you ever meet me, I will never sympathize with you because that means you're learning, you're growing, you're expanding. All right. In any area of your life, it could be love, work, career, your personal life. All right. You're expanding. I cannot intervene in your lessons. However, if you get on a call with me, I have this great gift of empathy and compassion and to meet you where you're at, exactly where you're at. What would that be worth to you? It would be limitless, right? To change any freaking area of your life. And I'm speaking with grace and integrity of the divine, and it's not his will for you. You are an extension of that source energy that creates worlds. And if you don't stand up for yourself, no one ever is going to do it for you. You can't save the world. You can only save yourself. And that's my realization and my epiphanies. Because I'm like, oh, as soon as I got this information, I'm like, God, please just let me save my family. You know what? Some will come and some will not. Believe that. It's not even about believing in yourself anymore. It's knowing that your identity was stolen. Okay? It was stolen from society in general. Maybe you're out there working hard for the money and it's still a fucking challenge and it's still not enough. I'm here right now with no identity crisis. I know exactly who I am first and foremost. This is not about faith, okay? This is not about belief. Well, it is about faith for me. Totally. It might not be for you. I can sit here and tell you, well, where's your faith? Where's your faith? Is it in God? Is it in the universe? Whatever it is. Is it in Jesus? Right? We're here to finish what Jesus could not. He manifested fish by asking, simply asking, hey, I know why I'm manifesting this. You have to know why you want the things you want. You have to first become aware of the appreciation and gratitude that you get to have and experience in all that is, because everything that is solid matters and everything that is spiritual matters. That's the truth. That is the truth. That was my truth. That is your truth. We're collectively connected. We're here on a mission as a soul, as a human being. There's no denying that the world is fucked up, but it is because of our thinking. Just see it as it is. And Source is here to help change it. The source within your mind, right? You have your subconscious, your unconscious mind that you literally create from, and you're totally unaware of it. And it's through emotional trauma, mental trauma, physical trauma, right? Maybe you've been spiritually traumatized, right? There's a void body of energy. that you need to enter into the void and say, why do I feel this way? You need to ask why. We were told to never question God. You are an extension of source, creator, divine, divinity, masculine or feminine. You're not here to judge yourself. You're not here to judge others. Right? I could go on for hours and hours, days, weeks, months, years. These videos I create, they're channeled. They're channeled through my own experience, but mainly from my true healing of my mind and the coherence of who I truly am as a soul through my heart. And you are that too. It's not just me. Maybe you're not this super empath, right? But you're empathic. You care. And I have to say, what I just learned how the man's mind works versus the woman's, and why I needed to balance it mainly in myself, was because I have a masculine energy. I have this energy of sulfur that drives me, that says create with passion, with drive, you know, with your faith, whatever it is. And then I have this feminine energy that's all twisted and tangled and gives a fuck about everything and everyone except for myself. That's where I was. But now that I've totally aligned my masculine mind versus my feminine, and this is energy speaking, right? I am obviously a female in my physical body, and I choose to be this divine goddess energy, the divinity that my birthright that I was given. And I had no idea was there. Under all the layers of limitations that others put on me in my life, let me take that back. Yes, they put them on me. However, I allowed it to be my truth. And it's not my fucking truth. I refuse to take it any longer. And if you resonate to this message and you're going and doing everything you can right now, and you're in the survival energy, you're not living your fullest potential, right? I wasn't living my fullest potential. Now I'm a master of my own energy, of my own mind, right? And it doesn't happen overnight, and it never ends. It's never ending. Every day I am forced to look at something outside of myself, but I can't question it because I created it. Somewhere I had a lapse in my thinking, and that's the human in me that was programmed. You know, what can I say? I'm human too. But I choose to stand within grace and integrity and have fortitude. And I do not fear the Lord. I do not fear the Lord because the Lord works for me, through me, around me, always. Always. Just like the prayer, the footprints. You know, when you only seen one footprint, it was because he was fucking carrying your ass. And don't forget it. Now it's time to wake up. To wake up. Ignite your soul. Merge with both worlds. With grace and integrity as a divine feminine or a divine masculine. Because that's your true authentic self. You're not this fucking asshole. Right? Them are your limited beliefs that you have to fight for your life. You don't have to fight for anything. It was given as you ask it. Ask, it is given. Get the fuck out of the way and receive it. Whatever it is that you're praying for, and learn how to pray for all that is, not selfishly for yourself. It doesn't work that way anymore. It doesn't. And I want to talk about the masculine's mind. And this is why I'm in a twin flame journey, right? It was so fucked up. All right. The hardest relationship you'll ever be in. And if you're out there and you're asking God, I just want love. I want love so bad. I don't feel loved from my family. I feel rejected. I feel abandoned. They're never going to see who you are until you see who you are. Till you finally fucking admit that you are a soul in a human form, having a human experience, learning your life's lessons. You have contracts with every person, every place, everything that you ever touch, see, hear. That's who you are. You're the creator. And until you get that, 222 on the clock, whoever needed to hear that, is to, whatever your faith is. I don't care what it is. God don't care what it is. There's only one energy, and that is all that is, that created everything, meaning me, meaning you, meaning the technology, even the fear. So have faith. Whatever your belief is, this is not about religion, please God. No. It's not about religion, because it's just spirit. You have a choice to choose whatever damn religion you want to live from. You limit it by judging someone else's religion, belief, right? You are filled with resentment and dis-ease in your body because of your own creation. And it's time to look at it. It's time to look at where the hell you are out of alignment with your connection, with your divinity, with your source of all that is. Right? Just like the body. You are not your fucking body. You are not. You are your soul essence, first and foremost. And if you have any sickness or disease, it comes from a mental, an emotional, or physical, or spiritual trauma. And only you know what that is. Only you can face it. And it's not even about having to relive the past, okay? You get to review it and say, oh, shit, that makes sense. I created that. I remember thinking that moment that thing was what I did not want, and you lost it. Or that thing that I wanted, I got it. Maybe not in the way you expected it, because you have to let go of the expectations. Expect it, but let go of the why, the where, the when, and give that to your source, right? All you have to do is simply write it down. I want to change this that I know is not working for me anymore. It is deteriorating my mind, my health, my well-being, and say, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Higher self, source, God, Jesus, whatever it is to you. I would do anything right now to change it. What would that be worth? It's fucking limitless. You can do and create the same way I do. Or you can choose to feel self-pity and point the finger at everybody else creating your reality and be a fucking victim. Or it can be a victor. You could totally have it all. So what is your fullest potential? It's in your heart. You know. Okay, 222 again. All right. This is the challenge. This is the change. Where is your faith? Is it in the people? Or is it in your creator that created you from love and light and darkness? So figure that out, you know. It was so hard. And if you're going to try to do it alone without someone to mentor you, you're going to take forever. What I've done is took me years, even lifetimes. Okay, I had to remember. It's time to fucking remember who you are. Stop playing small. Stop being small. Right? And watch. Watch what changes and what happens for you. You think because your life is shit right now and you're not getting what you're asking for is because you did something wrong or right. No, you're just out of alignment. All you have to do is align with what you're asking for. So if you want perfect divine health, what the fuck do you have to let go of to get that? Where is your thoughts? Let's just say, you know, maybe you have bad habits that are deteriorating your health. Maybe you're so stuck in the past that you can't even create right now your future. Because it's right now that matters, not the past, not the fucking future, right now. Whatever you're doing, thinking, and wanting to be right now is all you're ever going to be. It's all you're ever going to be. If you're working hard for the money, that's all you're ever going to do. If you're creating, that's what you are. If you're creating and it feels good and you feel alive and you feel so much love and support from not just your family, but fucking whole universe is reflecting that love and authenticity back to you, then you're in alignment. If not, you need to go within. Your inner universe is showing you what you need to change, and you're not doing it. All right? You're not hearing the inner call of your own soul's double mission. Okay? If I'm on a double mission, so are you. You know? And personally, I think we all have it. We all have it. We ain't all born psychic mediums or know how to master anything for that matter. And it's because we have limited beliefs or we have these horrible habits and habitual ways of thinking and feeling about ourselves. We judge ourselves. We constantly judge somebody else. You don't know what that person's been through. But I guarantee you, if you're judging a person, a place, or thing, it is a mirror in yourself. So find it, tweak it, and watch your life change. You know, I make thousands of dollars doing what I do. And I love it. And you're so worthy. You are worth knowing who the fuck you are. So you can stop suffering and step into something you love, create, build, write. You got a story that someone else needs out there. All right. 33 on the clock. Well, 30:03. So 30:30, 33. Pay attention. There's synchronicities all around you from the Holy Spirit saying, I'm giving you the signs. You're not seeing them. You're not hearing them. You're not feeling them. 333. It's about mastery. It's about mastering your own mind, mastering your own emotions, and feeling your way through life. Does it feel good? Or does it feel horrible? If it's feeling horrible, you're learning, you're growing, you're expanding. It's not good or bad. It's not black or white. You can't have left and right without up and down and back and front, black and white with light and darkness. You can't have any of it without the opposite. So where are you vibing right now in your life? What is your story that you keep telling yourself over and over and over again? And it's just not fucking working. That's the old story. I'm here to teach you and mentor you into the new story, the new you, the new life, the new age, the end of the old era into the new. Be a part of the change, not a part of the problem. And wow, the vanity out there. All right. And in the negative condemnation, vanity. You're drinking, you're partying, you're feeling sorry for yourself. You're avoiding who you are. Do the check-in. Live how you want to live. Party as you want to party. But do it in moderacy. And do it because you know why you're doing it. You're doing it out of fun. You're not doing it because you're trying to hide what you create. You're not doing it to hide the resentment. And don't think for 1 second that, like, if you were to walk up to me right now, I would feel everything. I would know everything. I would feel everything. I would see it in your own eyes. The eyes are the soul. But that's my greatest gift to the collective. I took this in my own life. I got really deep and I got really vulnerable with myself. And I realized that I was living a life of a lie. My whole life was a fucking lie. 333. It's time for your new life, your new beginning. Master your own mind. Master your emotions. You have innate gifts and talents that you haven't even touched yet. All right? You know what that is. Life has already played the whole thing out for you. And it starts from when you were a child. You felt something. You knew something. But yet you chose a different path. You chose the path that it looked like it was for you. It was there. You were there to make money. You were using your energy, right? You were creating, but not from your own authentic soul's purpose for you. So you're perfect right wherever you are. But if it's not feel good and it don't look good, come see me. Leave it in the comments. Ask me a fucking question. Quit being assholes and being a part of the fucking problem. Right? Embrace that darkness and bring that shit into the light. Be a part of the change, the transition that we're all going through right now. Let go of trying to control the world when you have no idea what's coming next. But you would know if you didn't believe that you were so disconnected from your divinity, all right, and you weren't that first and foremost, is what it is, right? That's your mindset right now. Oh, it is what it is. So you're so focused on what it is, you can't change it. You're traumatized, and you're just bringing more sickness and illness, mental illness, emotional, your relationships, right? I got to the point that I changed and worked on so much of myself that because I was around so much of the same thing that I changed, I fell back into it. So when you start doing it, 555, when you start doing it, you can't go back. You cannot go back. You cannot save anyone else, but you can be the change you want to see in the world. That's it. Just like Michael Jackson's song, take a long look in the mirror. He knew unconsciously. Most of the music that we hear every day resonates to us, and it resonates either from a past experience, which only can keep us in it until we change the music we listen to, right? So you are the powerhouse unless you give someone else your power. You give them your ideas, you give them, hey, I feel this today. And actually you're passing on. If you're sitting there and you're gossiping about someone else without taking a good look at your own self, you're passing this drama and emotional trauma and mental trauma onto someone else that really doesn't need to hear your shit. You need to sit with yourself, become a hermit, like I did. And it took me years. So if you want to fuck around and you really want to change, you need a mentor. You cannot and should not ever attempt this on your own. I did it that way, and I had so much overwhelm and regret because it took me longer on my own than actually accepting someone else that's already been through it and experienced it. I was stubborn. I had that, no, I got it. I can do it myself. Yeah, fucking right, man. It took me years. And I don't want that for you because it's caused me, through the overwhelm, it's caused me so much more trauma and grief than I actually needed to create for myself, and now that I know I can help, and you got to want that help. I'm not chasing you down. You need to chase me down because I have all the answers. And I don't care what area of life, it's all in general. It's life in general. Any area of your life. I had to take a look at every area, even the relationship with my children. Why I gave up my children in the past. My mind was there. I could never change it. I could never bring them back to me the same way of thinking. I had to change the way that I thought. I had to change the way that I communicated. That was all a fucking learned behavior, a habitual way of thinking, and thinking that I only could feel one way about any one situation No, I had a right to change my mind. I learned that I could personally change my mind and learn so much more about myself and be me, not be something for somebody else. Something for somebody else expected me to be. I couldn't be that anymore. It just didn't align with me. My life was falling apart. You know, the lies that we all tell ourselves on a moment basis. What are you saying to yourself right now? What is in your head over and over? It's like this keepsake and this memory and this picture that you keep thinking, or the way you keep feeling. It has, only you can change it. Only you. And, well, that's how I attract my soul tribe. I can go sit in a coffee shop and scan the whole freaking coffee shop by listening, by feeling the empathy of another, not sympathy. When I have the sympathy, I just take it on as my own again. And I try to save people. I can't save you, but I can mentor you. Okay. Yeah. So, I know how the mind works, and we're already in this video 41 minutes. So 41, 31, 444. Yeah. Your higher self has always been there, always will be. Your spiritual team, whether you believe in the afterlife, whatnot, the other thing, it don't matter. Right? Only right now, your vibration is attracting your tribe. So your thoughts, your emotions need to check in, and your physical experience, right? So, what do you call it? Your vitality. Where does that stand, right? Uh, you're never too young. You're never too old to change it. And if you want to call it a healing, call it whatever. But there's so many ways to heal. Sure, you can go to the doctor. You can get the healing that way, or you can do it yourself. Just simply check in with yourself. Learn how to scan your body, your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body. Your physical body is your veil. It's telling you where you need to tweak something in your life. Right? So 43, 14. So I don't know. That was from Source today. Yeah, it was my experience, but that was freaking channeled. It was beautiful. So you have this belief that you have no value to give to the world when you do. That's actually why we're here to finish what Jesus created, what he started. He died for sins, right? Didn't he? But these sins have now turned into lessons. And until you back up and see where you're creating from, why you're creating it, you can't change it. Okay? Somebody might be pulling up on you. 420. 4420. Yeah, so that to me is about value in relationships and new beginnings. To most of you potheads out there, no offense, been there, done that. 420 is, light it up, take a toke, let's smoke. Whatever it is, that's where you're at, man. That's where you're at right now. But you have to realize now, in this present moment, uh, that when you're doing that, you're not disconnecting yourself. You're never, ever disconnected from source. You're experiencing through source. He's experiencing through your physical experience. He sees, he knows, he feels all that you are going through. And that's when you ask. You can't just ask because it's shitty. All right? You can cry out, you can scream, you can holler. He's coming. But not the way you think. All right? Not the way you think. Not the way you're expecting it to happen. So it's about mastery. It's about self-love, self-care. It's about where all your mental energy is being focused. Is it on someone else? Is it on everybody else's problems? Because if that's the case, you're inviting that energy to you, which in turn, you yourself are creating more problems for your own life. Just mind your own fucking business. Stay in your own lane, do your own thing, live your own life, but have empathy for others, not sympathy. And I love my coffee this morning. It just tastes so yummy. Yeah, so if you come to my videos, it's timeless. All right. Yeah, there's a physical time. And when I say timeless, I mean your soul has brought you to me. Because somewhere in this video, you're going to take what resonates. Maybe all of it, maybe none of it. Maybe you just, I don't know, want a new perspective. But literally, one tweak mentally, shift in the emotional energy is my job to know. It's not yours. You're going to learn it because you could also do it. So if you're a super empath and your life is just fucking, you're taking on so much shit. Oh, in this video, I am going to explain the way the man thinks and the way the woman thinks and how our brains are different and why it's so hard in the relationship to understand it. And this is basically why I was given to know the kingdom of heaven and earth and put in my own twin flame relationship, is because, man, I could not understand for the life of me for the longest time. I swear to God, I just got it. And we've been together on this journey of change and transition for over 5 years now. And I don't know how in the fuck I'm still here. All right. The way a man thinks. So if you're a woman watching this, listen. And if you're a man watching this, listen. A man thinks, he puts his mind at little things in certain boxes, okay? And he doesn't let them boxes touch each other. All right. And this is what I also had to do within my own masculine sulfur energy to know when it's time to step up and make this video, when it's time to create, when it's time to invite in my own team and spirit, whatever, right? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But you, whoever you are watching, you have both energies. You have the masculine, you have the feminine. And it's your dominant energy that you choose to create from is what you're going to create. To me, it's feminine. So I care about every fucking thing, all right? Let's start with the feminine. I care about everything. But I needed to know why I cared about everything, because all it did was traumatize me to the point where I felt so much sympathy of others that I had to just not give a fuck anymore. I had to stop giving any kind of shit what's happening to anybody else until I know why it's happening, and tweak it in myself. That way I could tend to my emotional body of energy and say, you know what, I'm not taking on these emotions, but however, I am aware these are not mine. I would know the difference. So, being a feminine, we care about our everything. We care about the world, the earth. We care about our children. We care about everything except for ourselves, right? So we have these wires that are constantly crisscrossed, and just we do things so spontaneously without even thinking. All right. Well, we have a masculine mind that says, hey, let's put our kids in this box. Let's put our mom in this box. Let's put our dad, our career, our money, our wounds. I mean, I don't give a shit what it is. Put it in a box. Just like the masculine mind. Okay, that's what the mind of the man does. They have a box for every damn thing. And I just learned this. I'm not taking credit for this, but I can take credit because I did this without even knowing it. Okay, guided by my inner being. And like I said, it took so much longer than I would have wanted it to. But I'm working with somebody right now, and he's talking about ending his life, and I'm like, why in the fuck would you want to do that after everything that I've told you and showed you, from personally showed him how to manifest your dreams and desires, money even. I can take a 2-hour trip with not a dime, okay, with just the gas in my tank, and totally get there and money be all over the place. It's all right. That's how it works. However, so back to the mind of the man, the way the masculine energy is perceived is, well, when they're out of the alignment and thinking for their self, okay, they're all fucked up. They're all over the place. They're just, and okay, this is my masculine, dude. I have to just shut the hell up, step back, and allow him to just think the way he thinks, because it will drive me fucking crazy. Literally, because I learned through him, I have a choice to put, the way that I wake up in the morning in one box and commit to that as a ritual. And then by, let's say, noon o'clock, start my video. Here I am. I'm sitting with the collective. I'm doing me, right? This is what I love to do. I love to show up. Hey, sometimes I'm not on time. Life happens. But I show up nonetheless. And I also learned this like from my mom. Okay. She didn't know anything about anything. Her mom was crippled. Her dad was blind. And she left home at 16 because she wanted to have her kids of her own and a family of her own. And here I am, by the way. And I had to learn, like, wow, man, she don't know nothing about society. She doesn't know anything. And that was because of the era and the time. Okay, so this is the learned behavior, the habitual ways of thinking and feeling. But the emotional trauma that she experienced by not knowing or not experiencing the things that we get to now, holy shit, bro. I watch her today experience wearing hats, dresses. My mom used to just wear, pants or jeans or whatever. Now she likes to experience scarves, just Jewelry. Holy crap. I never once seen my mom wear jewelry growing up. Maybe once. And that was just for a picture. It never was a big deal. But the way the mind of the man, the masculine energy, is programmed to think is in creative boxes. Okay. And if you're not doing that, you're all over the fucking place like the feminine. The wires are crisscrossed and, all kinds of shit. You're feeling powerless and you just want to kill yourself and end your life and, all that crazy shit. But if you just take the time out for you, masculine or feminine, to uncross them wires, feminine or masculine. This is where it gets so fucked up because it's in individually energy speaking. And once you nail that, you don't need marijuana to slow your mind down because, yeah, my masculine uses that excuse. And it might work. That's the way it works. Because I had no freaking idea the emotional trauma that he was carrying. But I knew the emotional trauma that I was carrying. And it kind of was similar. And this is how we learn. We've seen the synchronicities in our relationships, whether it be the mom, the dad, the kids, the exes, the whatever, the jobs, the feeling unworthiness, not knowing our own inner value, everything. I could talk about it, anything and everything that we experience together. Right now, it's still financial, all right? And it's not just on his part. I had to learn that in order to manifest naturally, effortlessly, and easily, is I am a creator. And if I'm not here showing up and creating and building my legacy, and this is what it is, just like Jesus's legacy, right? I'm not manifesting no money. I'm not manifesting no love. You're not feeling the authenticity of what my experience offers you. And you're not definitely aligning with your own self-worth. But I know you're worth it. I didn't know I was worth it. And in the moment that I learned I was worth this change and transition. And it's hard every day. I'm not going to say it's not easy, but it gets easier. To get through the struggles and the challenge is as a human being thinks and creates. But as a soul, now I get to take a step back and say, okay, all right, how did I create this? I must have had the thought. I had to have thought it because it would not. It's not just me as a thought, a thinker, okay? My masculine counterpart is the air sign. He is the logic, all physical creator. All right, and that took me forever to understand that I am the emotional part of that mess. He's the logical to help me say, okay, wow, I already healed my mind and my thoughts from this, and he's in it now. So I'm just gonna set in my emotions because I am the super empathic creator. Okay, I create through my emotions, not just my thoughts. And if I am out of balance in my own emotions, I know that I have to check in, that something is out of alignment. I'm out of alignment with myself, my true authentic vibration. Okay. And it's okay. It's still okay to be out. I'm not saying it's not. I just got to be really compassionate with myself. And I learned that for myself so I could understand that for you, collective. If and when you awaken to your own truth and authenticity, when you want to really step into your own truth and collect your divinity and your divine birthright to feel your way. All right. So I'm talking to my feelers right now, I feel. We can make it happen. But don't try to do it by yourself. Do not try to do it by yourself. Okay. So new beginnings. Wow, 100. All right. So that's how the man thinks. They put everything in boxes. They don't allow it to touch itself. Because if it does, it backfires. Like when the feminine has got all the wires crisscrossed and cares about every fucking thing in the world and nothing, no time to sit down and care about yourself. You're out of alignment. You're out of alignment with your true authenticity. And sometimes you got to walk away from when you're doing the work and you know that it's only bringing you back in it. Just have empathy for that person. Send them compassion and love. Don't judge them for where they are because you will be judged. Okay? That is not a lie. That is definitely, there's physical laws to follow and there is spiritual laws to follow. And you want to do the spiritual laws first. You can't change anything out here until you know why it's happening, why you're creating your reality looks and feels the way it is. You got to hold yourself accountable. No pointing the finger. It's not mom and daddy's fault because they didn't know either. But now you know. I just told you. So, it's time to embrace yourself. It's time to see your true, authentic self, man. And that's not without saying common sense, man. You are going to go through shit. I still do. I still get emotional. And I gotta quickly take that back. But at the end of the day, it's always working out for me. And it's always working out for you. So I'm going to end that there. I love you. I support you wherever you're at. This is what I do. And if you want a mentor, I'm here for you. I know what it feels like to feel at your lowest part of your life, whether it is in love, whether it is in work. I know what it feels like when you feel like you're not at your greatest potential, doing your best. You're always doing your best. You're doing your best because of the way you think and the way you choose to feel and choose to react about your own creation. So, don't point the finger outside, point it inside. Come see me. Get on a call with me. Takes 30 minutes. That's all I need of your time. My time is valuable, so don't come wasting my time just trying to test me. Well, you can. I like that. I prefer to be challenged. What else do I want to say? Be true and authentic to yourself. All right. It's time to let go of the resentment. And this could be way as a child. I developed breast cancer, and it was due to the fact of me not knowing that I had a different choice. I didn't know about my energy bodies. I didn't know that I was a super empath. I did not know how to cleanse my energy. And, well, I did 30 weeks of radiation. I am grateful for the experience. I invited my inner child with me. We had fun. We met great people. And I got a certificate for that. Um, I didn't need, I could have, but I chose not to do chemo. Um, I chose Reiki. So you can have both. You can have it all, is what I'm saying, when you become aware of why it's there. Um, so I am a master intuitive psychic medium energy healer. And I only say energy healer because I am the holder of the divine source energy. And I transmute this energy that may or may not be unconscious or conscious, you're conscious of. That is my gift to you, collective. So if you're holding resentment, I can release that with your permission. Okay. Or you can just keep life exactly the way it is and perceive it the way it is and, be a victim to society and all that and whatnot, the other thing. So I feel Metatron right now, Archangel Metatron. He's bringing in healing energy as a collective. And this is definitely around the way you see the world, how you're perceiving the world. All right. It's the mental and emotional coherence of your true authenticity. He's bringing healing for that. So, yeah, just take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. This might be my best video yet. 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven. Pay attention to the synchronicities. All right, you might be seeing your kid's birthday. That would be their higher self trying to connect to you and say, you know what, I'm all right. Let me learn, let me grow, let me expand. But not without a helpful eye, right? You could definitely ask questions. Like I asked my kid questions. What are you, the cops, Mom? Fuck no, I'm not the cops. I don't need cops here. Because I obey. I obey the physical laws and I obey the spiritual laws. I am very stubborn, but I am very truthful and authentic. And I live from grace and integrity. In my own life, I set healthy boundaries for myself. Sometimes I break them, and when I break them, that's more inner work for me, not for you. But this is where you're at, if that's where you're at, 1122. You don't be a fool. Don't keep living the fool's journey. And the fool would click off this video and do nothing. They wouldn't leave a comment. They wouldn't share. They wouldn't like. They wouldn't subscribe. They would resume the resentment and judge others, judge yourself. And you are source extension. So you're judging the source that created all that is. I did it. I had to learn the hard way. Now I'm watching my family expand and grow from scarcity, lack mindset. There's still some there. They will come or they won't, right? But your intuition is telling you, your inner being is calling you to say, I had enough, fuck this, I had enough. In your love life, your personal life, any area We can touch base on any area of your life, okay? Even if it's the way you dress and you judge it. There's something to look at. So I'm out of here. I showed up. No, I'm praying that you will show up. Just ask questions. I want to start doing seminars and webinars. So if you're interested, leave it in comments. You know, even if you're not someone that speaks English, I will read your soul's energy. Okay. I cannot translate Spanish, some little bit, but I will read your soul with your permission and get the answers that way. But yeah, I love you all as always. Be the light, be the love, be the change you want to see and experience in your own life first, because you have no control over the world and what's happening there. Give that straight away to the Creator. Give that to the Creator. Don't let anyone. Remember, the delusions and the illusions are all fear. And if you're in that, you're not connected to your true authentic self. You're just out of alignment. Need a little tweaking. Yeah. Alrighty. So have a great, blessed day. I love you. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Someone else needs a message. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And I'm going to be back because I'm going to come back with a nice tarot reading as a collective energy. And with that, too, is timeless. So when you show up and you see this video, well over an hour, by the way, it's timeless. It was meant for you. All right. Bye for now. Time to light yourself up. Ooh.